Maria was once a joyful woman, living a modest but content life with her husband, Daniel, and their two children, Lucas and Emma, in a small village. Daniel was a hard-working farmer who provided just enough for them to get by. Maria managed the household with love and care, making sure their small home was always warm and inviting. But fate was unkind. Daniel fell ill suddenly and, despite their efforts, passed away within weeks. The family's financial stability crumbled, leaving Maria to navigate a world without her partner, and with the immense responsibility of raising their children alone. Lucas, only 10 years old, and Emma, 8, couldn't fully grasp the magnitude of their loss. Maria, despite her grief, did her best to shield them from the harsh realities they now faced.
She took up odd jobs, cleaning houses, mending clothes, and even working in the fields, anything to keep food on the table and a roof over their heads. Their home, once filled with Daniel's laughter and warmth, now echoed with silence and sorrow. Maria often found herself alone at night, tears streaming down her face, as she wondered how she would make it through another day. Yet, every morning, she would rise before dawn, determined to fight for her children's future. One particularly harsh winter, their situation grew dire. Work was scarce, and their savings had dwindled. Maria struggled to keep the children warm, sacrificing her own needs for theirs. One night, as the cold seeped through the thin walls, she found herself wrapped in a threadbare blanket, watching Lucas and Emma sleep. Her heart ached, not just from the cold, but from the fear of failing them. Christmas was approaching, a time that once brought joy and celebration. This year, Maria had nothing to give. On Christmas Eve, she managed to scrape together a simple meal, potatoes and a small loaf of bread. She set the table with trembling hands, tears blurring her vision. Lucas noticed her sadness. He quietly left the table and returned with a small, worn-out box. "Mama, I know we don't have much, but I am giving this to you," he said, handing it to her. Inside was a simple locket, something Daniel had given to Lucas when he was younger. "It's from Papa," Lucas whispered. "He told me to give it to you if things ever got really tough. He said it would remind you of his love and that we are still a family, no matter what." Maria clutched the locket, tears streaming down her face. As she held it, she realized it was heavier than she remembered. Inspecting it closely, she discovered it was made of pure gold. In that moment, hope surged within her. She knew this locket was the answer to their immediate struggles. The next morning, Maria sold the locket to a local jeweler. The money she received was enough to ease their financial burdens significantly. She bought warm clothes for Lucas and Emma, stocked their pantry with food, and even managed to save a small amount for emergencies. For the first time since Daniel's death, Maria felt a glimmer of security and relief. She knew Daniel was still looking out for them, his love guiding them even from beyond. With the locket's gift, Maria was able to focus on building a stable future for her children, knowing that they would be okay. As the years passed, Maria continued to work hard, but now with the peace of mind that came from financial stability. Lucas and Emma grew up understanding the value of love, sacrifice, and resilience. They worked hard, inspired by their mother's unwavering determination, and eventually, they were able to provide her with the comfort and security she had fought so hard to give them. Maria's story was one of sorrow and hardship, but also of immense love and enduring hope. She showed her children that even in the face of great adversity, a family's bond could light the way through the darkest of times, and that sometimes, even the smallest treasures could make the biggest difference.